Okay, so we are back for another episode of NBA 2K14. And wait, I will check. So in my last episode, you see the Miami Heat take down the Chicago Bulls in Game 7, winning by 15, 102 to 87. And for Miami Heat, LeBron James get 24 points, Dwayne Wade 16, Chris Bosh 14, Ray Allen 12, Udonis Haslem 8, Norris Cole and Mario Chalmers 7, with 10 assists for Chalmers and the rest of the Miami Heat. And in the meantime, for Chicago, Derrick Rose 19, Noah Deng 16, Joakim Noah 13, Carlos Boozer 12, and the rest of the Chicago Bulls. And what a huge game. So the Miami Heat are going to the NBA Finals. They were the date with the Dallas Mavericks. And now, this is the end game story. This would be our NBA Finals stage are here. The endgame storyline would be a finale featuring the Dallas Mavericks, who sweep in the first 3 rounds. They sweep the first round against the Clippers, they sweep the semifinals over OKC, and they sweep the Western Conference Finals Spurs to get there to the NBA Finals. And for Miami Heat, they sweep the Orlando Magic, and they both semifinals and the conference finals ended with the 7 games against the Knicks and the Bulls. Now, this is it. The endgame storyline would be our final stage and grand finale for the 2014 NBA Championship. This is Game 1 of the NBA Championship Series between the Miami Heat, led by LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, take on Dirk Nowitzki and Monte Ellis of the Dallas Mavericks. So for now, we're ready to go. For this game, the Heat gonna use the red jersey, Mavericks gonna use the whites. For now, you're ready and start this tip off. We're going to Sandy Kevin Harlan here in Dallas, Texas. American Airlines Center is still out. Game 1. Enjoy and let's rock and roll. Let's get started. Starts now. Let's do it and enjoy. Here we go.
Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. The NBA season reaches its final chapter. It's Game 1 of the NBA Finals. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the Dallas Mavericks. Enjoy the first half.
The long journey now reaches its epic conclusion. The pinnacle, atop this stage, with the attention of millions far and wide. Two teams hardened by the fire of competition find themselves within arm's reach of destiny, within grasp their place amongst the immortal legends of the game. Welcome to the NBA Finals.
Basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals. It begins here, and 2K Sports is happy to bring it to you. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. With me, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It's time for the starting lineups for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. First for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. A 14-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslem in at the 4 slot. And for Dallas, Devin Harris is out there with Ellis. And it's Samuel Gallenberg manning the middle at the center position. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the 4 spot. They're the top seed, possessing home court advantage, and they're looking to come out and make a statement here in this first game.
Well, Kevin, they've been thinking about the finals since the minute the regular season ended. And they're anxious to get this series started and get it started the right way with a win here on their home court.
Yeah, that's certainly the idea, Steve. I mean, to use that home court advantage. Your benefit right from Jump Street. I mean, if they get the win here in Game 1, the buzz in this city and the electricity amongst these fans will increase. And in Game 2, you feel like the home court advantage even gets bigger.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. And what a great feeling as the NBA Finals, with so much anticipation leading up to it, are finally going.
You can see the eye contact there, gave a little nod, and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Mark. Their teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here's LeBron after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Now Marion kicks to Harris. Back to Marion. Ellis fades and shoots, and that one's good.
Yeah, he's almost putting on a show out there with that fadeaway jumper.
Miami with the ball. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
Well, they were lucky it wasn't a blowout because they didn't put forth a very strong performance in that one.
Yeah, they just couldn't find anything to work for him, Steve. No matter what approach they used, it was futile.
That one goes. Marion's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Out to Wade. Shot clock at 6. A finger roll finish at the bucket.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
We talked about Game 1 and what it would mean to take it on the road. He says we're up against the best her conference has to offer. Taking this first game on the road would be a huge victory for us, but more importantly, we have to show them we're going to fight them every step of the way. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd. It's not a favorable one, let's say.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Now here's Ellis after LeBron James's miss. Marion passes to Harris. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Haslam. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade with the ball. He feeds it to Bosch. Kicks it out to LeBron. He dishes it to Haslam. And it's sent back by Tallenberg. It's Marion with the drive. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the league... enjoying. I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish. He powers it through.
They didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days. You know, it doesn't show up in the box score, guys, but he's one of the best in the league at taking charges.
Sometimes even more valuable than a block or a steal. You get the ball and chalk up a foul the other way. It's not pretty. Doesn't necessarily show up in the box score, but it helps you win.
The Heat making a switch here. Brago, he's checked in for Bosch. Lewis comes in for Udonis Haslem. Shane Battier is checked in for LeBron. And Allen in for Dwayne Wade.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point is coming from down low.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. Now here's Carter. And it's blocked by Lewis. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Second is Vince Carter. Fourth, Devin Harris.
Well, these two guys are consistent producers. I mean, they've had excellent playoff runs so far. The crowds get louder, and on every shot, it's got to be hard to maintain your concentration, but these guys find a way to do it.
Here's Allen. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Here's Carter. And he gets it to go from the corner. Carter's got his first bucket in this one.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Here's Cole, defended by West. And Cole kicks to Lewis. Rejected by Blake. And it's Carter penetrating. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Chris Anderson has checked in for Rashard Lewis. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. It's stolen by West. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Wright.
Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get.
Steal. Exactly. No defense for that.
The Heat trail by 8. Here's Cole. Pass to Oden. And it's blocked by Blake. West with the ball. Pass to Baseman. Carter outside. Carter left side. Shot clock at 5. The shot from the low post is good. Carter's got 6.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And Cole kicks to Allen. Trains the three-pointer. Allen's got his second bucket of the game to go. West outside. Goes up on the wing. And another basket for Dallas. Some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Mavericks ahead, leading by 9. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
It's Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. This weekend, NBA action.
And welcome back to our presentation of the NBA Finals as we get going again. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
A lot of hard work being put in on the glass. This is a very physical team. They're doing a nice job in the paint.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a good job gang rebounding too, Steve. Everybody's boxing out down there.
Mavericks leading by 9. Blair, the screen. And it's good. Walk through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
A different look for Miami. LeBron, he's checked in for Oden. Wade comes in for Ray Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. That's good from Larkin. The Heat trail by 12. And here is Chalmers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's Larkin. D'Alembert with the screen on Chalmers. Larkin, the pass to D'Alembert. Stolen by Anderson. LeBron outside. Takes the three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And here are the Mavericks now. They've held a 12-point lead early. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Larkin. 6 on the shot clock. Calderon for three. Gets it to go. Calderon's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
Here's Anderson. And he throws in. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Marion kicks to Larkin. It's stolen by Jones. And even 3-on-3 break. The shot by Wade. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Calderon against Wade. Larkin kicks to Marion. Another three for Dallas.
How about the passing here? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And it's Wade penetrating. Gets it to go. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's got a nice soft touch with that floater and used it beautifully right there.
Calderon with it. Wade picks him up. Knocks it loose. The dish to Chalmers. Anderson passes to Jones. He kicks to Chalmers. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And finished off by Anderson.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Man, guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Marion dishes to D'Alembert. Gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
He's not somebody that lean on the bench, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Fourth, Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, he's almost unstoppable. He's got so many different ways he can hurt you and put the ball in the basket. And it seems as though he raises his level during the postseason.
Passes it to Wade. Back to Chalmers. Feeds it to Bosch. He ain't moving the ball around. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
You gotta like the way he took it strong there, attacking the rack.
And the defense fouling him there to prevent the dunk.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Harris. And it's 9 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, when you combine Dirk's height with his touch and his release, which is basically behind his head, he becomes impossible to defend. And unless he's just missing his jump shot that night, you're in for a long night.
Especially when you couple it with his knack for playing with his back to the basket when he wants to. Often Dirk will catch it on the low block, lean into a defender to create some space, and then the next thing you know, he's up in the air knocking down that jumper. He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Wade. The jam.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above. Looking to go inside here. That's a good way to try to chip away at this lead. I mean, kind of like in football, the running game. Power that thing into the paint.
The Mavericks shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for LeBron. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. "44 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Cole, guarded by Harris. And there's another one for the Heat. Mavericks leading by 8. Harris gets the screen from Nowitzki. Harris passes to Ellis. That's good. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Cole versus Allen. The feed to Bosch. Allen a screen on right. And Cole kicks to Bosch.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Dallas making a switch here. And so Bosch nails both of them.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like the typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Mavericks lead by 8. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hope you're enjoying the finals so far. This is 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Out in Dallas, the Mavericks are ahead against Miami. They have the early lead in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Dirk Nowitzki not having any problems out there. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And midway through, the Heat are still alive. They've been putting a lot of defensive pressure on the other team, taking care of the rock offensively. Fundamental basketball, both sides of the court. LeBron has been on a roll in the first half. He's got 9 points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. And now back to the game in Dallas. Glad to have you along with us.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
I think like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
For 3, Ellis. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. And those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
That's the epitome of teamwork. Right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bring her down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
The jump hook, and Dallas again with the bucket. The Heat trail by 11. Wade with it, picked up by Ellis. Wade passes to Haslem. The kick out to LeBron. There's the 3, and it's shaped back from Tallenberg. And it's Miami with another. Dallas has gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Nice shot by Tallenberg.
Then you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Haslam. 12 points for Dwayne Wade.
And he continues to knock down shot after shot.
LeBron drives in. Count the bucket. LeBron's got 11 points.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Harris backing down from the baseline. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
The Heat trail by 11. Now, here's Chalmers. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks ball. And the Heat with some changes. Greg Oden. He's checked in for Bosch. Patty comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. Mavericks leading by 11. Now West. Dishes at the basement. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, this is the kind of shooting performance coaches dream of. It makes their job so much easier. An excellent start to this third quarter.
That's good. And that's now 7 points for Ray Allen.
Well, Allen is the all-time leader in three-pointers made past Reggie Miller a couple years ago. So obviously you have to worry about him out there. But what makes Allen so good is that he can also put the ball on the floor, get into the paint, and score at that mid-range area as well.
And he really has a fondness for those corners. I mean, you just can't help off with him. Too much of a threat to him out there. You've got to stay connected to him.
Carter down low. Looking on James. The shot's good from Carter. Carter's got 11 points.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Allen, defended by Bazemore. Shot's good from Oden. Oden's got his first points of the night. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Norris Cole. And here we go. Fast break. Petty's got it. Carter with the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Chris Bosch is checked in for Miami. And it's the Heat with the ball. Down by 15. Patty's shot. Good.
He had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
And Bazemore kicks it to West. And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
The Heat making a switch here. Wade's checked in. The Heat trail by 16. He lobs it up.
Maybe that'll ignite. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
West's at the basement. And a miss there on the triple. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. .55 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, here's Chalmers, defended by Bazemore. Puts it up from 12, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
He is just so good from that range, guys. You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
From deep. And it's Haslam with the rebound. The Heat trail by 12. Adier dishes to Wade. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Gets it to go. Falcons got 6 points.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Heat have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. The first free throw is good. The Heat making a switch here. And both free throws good for LeBron. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. On the wing, Merritt. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Marion's got 8 points.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks ahead, up by 15. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
It's the NBA Finals, Game 2. LeBron James and the Miami Heat take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks this Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing. Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
The Heat trail by 15. Wade outside. And the pass to Batty. Kicks it to Oden. And stolen by Nowitzki. Wade against Harris. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. And fouled hard. That time, he'll get to the line and shoot 2.
What a game for Ellis. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
And the Heat with some changes. Bosch comes in for Greg Oden. And it's Chalmers in for Ray Allen. And Miami shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Here's Wade. The top and the checked in for Shane Batty. Nowitzki for 3. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
They stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Haslam, that's good.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Nowitzki, the pass to Marion. Right through the knee for the win. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Wade drives in, gets it to go. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
defended by Chalmers. And here's Devin Harris on the assist by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 3 assists tonight. The Heat trail by 17. Timeout called the Heat. It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain it.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. On defense, the Mavericks. 17 point lead, their biggest. In low to Dallenberg. Stolen by Bosch. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got assist number 8 now on the night. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight, and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
All right, Doris, thanks. Wade drives in. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Monte Ellis. Dallas leading by 15. Vince Carter on the wing. Wade is covering. Here's Dallenberg, and it's Dallas with another.
Now, they read the defense perfectly that time.
He'd have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Trains it from beyond the arc. LeBron's got 5 points in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they need it.
Nowitzki for 3. That is good. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Wade with it. Back to LeBron. Fires from the corner, and it's Miami with another.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Haslam, that's good. Mavericks leading by 13. Here's Carter. Makes good on the step back. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. 1:33 left to play in the final quarter. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Harris outside. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. 10 points for Devin Harris.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Haslam, and he makes good on the layup.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Kept alive. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
And the basket by Wade.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
Oh, look out.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run. fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
Nowitzki, the feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Rejected by Harris. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And some changes here for the Heat. On defense, Dallas. Jones dishes to Allen. He passes to Cole. Here's the three. Good on the shot.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Dallas has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Jones, the pass to Allen. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
Here's Bazemore. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
So game 1 is in the books for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you for game 2 as we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
So Dallas remains perfect. They're now 13 victories in the NBA playoff history. They take down the Miami Heat in Game 1 of the NBA Finals in 2014. Let's check out the real box score in Game 1 as Dirk Nowitzki scores 22 points, Vince Carter and Monte Ellis 13, Sean Merritt, Devin Harris 10, Delonte West, Samuel Dallenberg 8, and the rest of the Dallas. On the other hand, for Miami Heat, Dwayne Wade, he has 23 points, LeBron James 22, and it looks like neither players are not scored 10 players or points. So Ray Allen 9, Chris Bosh 8, Udonis Haslem 8, and the rest of the Miami Heat. So nightmare for Miami as the Dallas Mavericks take it Game 1 of the 2014 NBA Finals. So we're going to Game 2 on Saturday back here in Dallas, Texas. Gonna be a sold-out crowd and would be continue for the NBA Finals. So this could be wrapped up here in game number 1. So Act 1 complete for the finals. Act 2 coming up to next Saturday or Friday. So would be game 2 of the 2014 NBA Finals. So we'll be back here in Dallas, featuring can LeBron James and Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat try and even the series at 1, or will it be the old same story for the Mavericks trying to go up 2-0 in the NBA Finals in the 2014? We'll see about this. So that will be wrap up here. So you saw the NFL Week 7 wrap up. You saw the Indianapolis Colts led by Daniel Jones take it 6-1 and top in the AFC remains. San Francisco 49ers getting win and Mac Jones. Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys take care over Washington Commanders. Denver Broncos led by Bo Nix can complete the comeback over the Giants in the start of 4th. Other side, the Detroit Lions take it over Tampa Bay, Seattle over Houston, and you saw the opening night featuring the return of the NBA was Mike Tirico as the Thunder and the Rockets down to the wire in double overtime between Kevin Durant and SGA. So won by OKC in a tight one, 125 to 124, and after the conclusion, Jimmy Butler and Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors take care of business over without LeBron James less and Luka Doncic of the Los Angeles Lakers in the opening night. So tomorrow the NBA opening night would be continued featuring Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks, followed by the second game featuring the top 2 picks in the NBA draft featuring Cooper Flack from Dallas Mavericks and who else? It is Dylan Harper of the San Antonio Spurs. And the other side, for the baseball, you see the Toronto Blue Jays take down the Seattle Mariners of their benches to the World Series for the first time since Joe Carter walk-off home run in Game 6 in the 1993 as they will go up against Shohei Ohtani. So we have a World Series matchup. The Los Angeles Dodgers take on the Toronto Blue Jays. So that will be wrapped up here. That will do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. What a victory here as the Dallas Mavericks crush the Miami the Miami Heat in Game 1 by 11, 98 to 87. This is Andre Kenshin says so long from Big D, Dallas, Texas at the American Airlines Center. We'll see you on Friday and Saturday as the NFL Week 8 predictions will be coming up tomorrow. And time to take care of business. And time is so long, everyone. And we'll see you on Friday and Saturday game. See you on Friday or Sunday or Saturday. See you on Friday or move to Saturday for game number 2 of the NBA Finals from Dallas, Texas in the American Airlines Center. We'll be find out for the case in this championship series. The time to take care of business. And so long, everyone, and peace out. Good night, and time to take care of business and peace. Take care and so long. Time to say good night from Big D as the Mavericks win over the Heat 98-87. So long, fellas, and peace out. Good night and have a wonderful day. Guys, and peace.